Let us briefly talk about the names of chemical elements. Some elements have been named in ancient times, others as recently as 2016. All names and symbols for chemical elements are confirmed by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. The element names can refer to some property of the element, a mythological concept or character, a mineral or similar substance, a place, or a scientist. Some elements have names that are somewhat descriptive of their properties. For instance, the name chlorine comes from the Greek chloros, which means yellowish-green, which is the color of chlorine gas. The name argon means inactive in Greek, because atoms of argon, a noble gas, will not combine with atoms of other elements, and argon is thus described as chemically inactive. The name chromium means colorful in Greek, because chromium atoms combine with atoms of other elements to form colorful compounds. Like the planets of the solar system, a few elements are named for gods in Roman mythology. These include Mercury, Uranium, Neptunium, and Plutonium. Others are named for characters in Greek mythology: helium, named for the Greek sun god Helios, because the sun is primarily made of hydrogen and helium; titanium, selenium, niobium, palladium, and others. A couple elements, vanadium and thorium, are also named for characters in Norse mythology. A few elements are named after minerals in which they are contained. For instance, strontium is contained in strontianite, itself named after a town in Scotland where it is commonly found, and gadolinium is contained in gadolinite, itself named after Finnish chemist, physicist, and mineralogist Johann Gadolin. A large number of elements is named for places, countries, states or provinces, districts, and cities. These include, for instance, magnesium, named for the Greek district of Magnesia, where it was discovered, and copper, named for Cyprus, where it was mined in ancient times. Gallium, from Gallia, the ancient name of France, germanium, and polonium were all named by their discoverers: Paul-Émile Lecoq de Bois-Baudran, Clemens Winkler, and Marie Skłodowska-Curie, respectively, for their native countries, France, Germany, and Poland. The elements berkelium and californium are both named for the location of UC Berkeley, one of the most important centers of discovery of new elements over the past few decades. Similarly, dubnium and moscovium are named for the city of Dubna and the Moscow province of Russia, where it is located, home to the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research, where multiple chemical elements have been discovered as well. Other elements named for the locations of major research centers are Darmstadtium, livermorium, and tennessine. Finally, a number of elements are named for scientists. These include Mendelevium, named for Dmitry Mendeleev, who arranged the periodic table; Rutherfordium, named for Ernest Rutherford, who discovered the atomic nucleus; Einsteinium, named for Albert Einstein; Meitnerium, named for Lise Meitner, who discovered nuclear fission, the basic process underlying the production of nuclear energy; and Curium, named for Marie Skłodowska-Curie, the only person ever to win Nobel Prizes in both physics and chemistry, and for her husband Pierre Curie, who were both early researchers of radioactivity. Two elements have been named for people living at the time: Seaborgium, named for UC Berkeley professor Glenn Seaborg, who discovered plutonium and 9 other elements; and Oganesson, named for Yuri Oganessian of the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research, who developed the techniques that allowed to discover the super-heavy elements with atomic numbers 104 to 118.